I think he said like last 6-7 months. He goes, yeah, he's gonna knock out Jake Paul.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, I'm sure a lot of people would love to watch that and see that.
One thing that Chavez has is experience. He may not have the youth, you know what I mean, and the agility that Jake has right now, but he does have the experience, and I think that experience will give Jake a problem.
This fight does become a little bit of a dangerous one for Jake, not because Chavez Jr. is in his prime anymore. He's still going to be a shell of that early 20s Julio Cesar Chavez.
Boxing experts widely believe that Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. has the tools to defeat Jake Paul. Renowned trainer Robert Garcia asserts that Julio's experience and natural skill should allow him to dominate the fight without needing to overextend himself. Seen as a formidable opponent, Chavez Jr. is expected not only to secure a decisive victory, but also to earn millions in the process. Reaffirm.
I love Chavez.
I fucking love that dude. He's cool as fuck. I love that dude.
He's gonna win.
Okay, if he wins, what does it say?
Nothing. Chavez is gonna win.
What does that say if he beats Jake Paul?
Not much. Just a good win. A lot of millions of dollars, and then maybe do a rematch, which is badass. Make a lot of money.
Oscar De La Hoya's bold prediction underscores the anticipation surrounding this matchup. He highlights Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.'s focused and intense training, signaling a determined comeback. De La Hoya foresees not only a competitive fight, but one that could satisfy those eager to see Jake Paul face a humbling defeat. With Julio's power and storied background, the bout promises excitement and the potential for a dramatic moment that fans, especially Jake's critics, are eagerly awaiting.
Better, and he's doing good, and I've seen him train lately. I've talked to the father, and he says, look, if my son shows up to the ring the way I've seen him in the last few months, I think he said like last 6-7 months, he goes, yeah, he's gonna knock out Jake Paul.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, I'm sure a lot of people would love to watch that and see that. So, yeah, don't miss the fight.
Yeah.
June 28th. It's going to be crazy. No, it is. I mean, because Jake Paul actually has – it's not that he has something to prove, but he actually can prove something here. Chavez Jr. went the distance with Canelo, right, in Canelo's prime. And so imagine if Jake Paul, like, knocks out Chavez Jr., then what? Then what?
No me gusta eso.
No, but you know what I'm saying?
Sad.
But then again, Chavez Jr. can get redemption, like for himself, but also for all the people that hate Jake Paul.
Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. exudes confidence, and his assertion of being the superior fighter is a testament to that mindset. He believes his extensive professional boxing experience, multiple world titles, and deep-rooted connection to the sport far surpass Jake Paul's relatively brief career. Chavez Jr.'s conviction is not driven by arrogance, but by a resume that features elite-level competition and far tougher challenges than Jake has encountered. In his view, the outcome isn't uncertain. It's inevitable.
It's your first fight in 2.5 years.
Yeah.
When do you want to come back? Who do you want to fight?
Oh, man. I don't care, you know. Jake Paul?
You want Jake Paul next?
Yes. Why not?
If he wins tonight?
Yes, I want.
You think you could beat him?
I'm a better fighter than these opponents. So that's for sure.
Jake Paul has crafted his boxing persona around spectacle and taking bold risks. He maintains that his choice of opponents is driven by public demand for exciting matchups and financial success. By regularly facing fighters with strong reputations or size advantages, Jake aims to prove he's more than just a YouTuber-turned-boxer. He's a legitimate contender. Facing Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., a former champion, Jake sees this fight as a direct response to his critics and another formidable addition to his growing list of challenges.
The pursuit of a world title.
Yeah, look, I always said it. I'm going to fight really tough people, and I'm going to fight big money fights. You know, this is prize fighting. And so I'm giving the fans what they want with every single fight, taking on tougher opponents, and this is just that.
I can't help but notice it's a cruiserweight fight. The co-main event is a cruiserweight world title. If you look just to your right, there are 2 belts sitting there on the stage. Is it at all in your mind, if you beat Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., that a matchup with that man, Zurdo Ramirez, might not be far behind?
Yeah, 100%, man. This is what I came here to do, is become world champion and to create one of the greatest sports stories the world has ever seen. Going from Disney Channel to YouTube to world champion in 6 to 7 years, that's the most relatable and best sports story that any kid can get behind, and that's what I'm here to do, is inspire the next generation and do what no one's ever done before in the world's hardest sport, which is boxing.
You faced some hostile environments in the past, the Nate Diaz fight being one of them, but this might be the most hostile you've walked into. Southern California, 2 Mexicans on the card. What do you think about fighting in this type of atmosphere?
Man, the Mexicans love me, bro. Like, I'm stepping into my home environment. They love me more than they love this guy.
Jeff Mayweather offers a grounded take on the matchup. While he acknowledges that Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. was once a formidable opponent, he questions the timing of the fight. He likens it to facing an aging legend, impressive on paper, but a different story in reality. According to Jeff, this fight is more of a resume booster for Jake Paul than a genuine test of his abilities, as Julio is well past his prime.
He tried to fight Canelo, Canelo backed out and all that kind of stuff, but is this, another name that just, like I said, gives the detractors more feel for their fighter? Does this help Jake at all?
I don't think it's really going to help him that much. I mean, it will in the sense that he's fought a legitimate fighter that actually was a professional fighter and a world champion. But to get him after a 5-year layoff and him being inactive is almost just like fighting Mike Tyson.
From a business perspective, this matchup is a strategic win. Jake Paul, a master of selling fights, pairs with former champion Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. to generate instant buzz. The blend of legacy and controversy creates a formula that often guarantees commercial success, regardless of the fighter's current form. Julio's name, recognition, and Jake's ability to draw attention combine to captivate a wide audience, from boxing purists to casual fans, all eager to see how this unique showdown unfolds.
Let's find a real boxer. This man's an ex-world champion. He's way smaller when he was competing.
Yeah.
He has to come up to my weight. He's the son of a legend. I'm now Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
He's Mexican. It's the best you could do. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
From a business standpoint, it's brilliant. You can't really do better than that if you're not trying to feed man to the wolves, but you're trying to make it appear so.
But do you reckon it's going to generate numbers?
Good question.
It depends how they market it.
It depends what Chavez comes on.
Yeah.
Because Jake won't be able to push this himself. It depends what Chavez comes on. If Chavez comes on some like, listen, bro,
I'm going to teach you boxing.
I'm going to teach you boxing. Yeah, then it can sell.
That type of energy.
But if he comes on the vibe we know he's on, which is why even his dad don't really mess with him.
Yeah.
Then it's not going to be interesting, bruv. It's not. Chavez is a bit booky with his behaviours.
What did Chavez fight Anderson Silva at? What weight? Was it a catch weight?